Hey everyone, let's do another weekly recap. Well, not weekly, but let's just do a recap. We'll be looking at a few coins: Bitcoin, APT, Ethereum, my favorite Link. We'll take a look at the dollar, Dogecoin, and Sol. These are the only coins that I'm currently looking at. If anything else, gives me a nice poke, I'll take a look at that as well. But let's start with Bitcoin. I'm actually going to start with a clean chart, give you my thought process in and out, um, and then we can go from there. Uh, if you guys are in, the Discord group, these are the calls that I gave. Actually, I gave this on the recap uh, last week or 2 weeks ago to long this area. It's up nicely. Anyways, we'll just start from scratch. Um, so let's take a look at the daily. Right, we've held support. Support will be white. And now we are hitting resistance. Okay, 21K is resistance. Um, for me personally, I still think that we can go up to grab all of this liquidity here. Okay, 25K is not out of the picture. However, we have some obstacles to get over to get to there, right? For me, still macro is bearish, unless we flip 22.5, 22,000. So like basically here. So let's do here, right? This is the flip for me. Okay, we've had rejection, rejection, right? We went above, held it for a little bit, went higher, rejected the 25 area, but we were unable to hold this 22K region. Like we went back up, rejected, came back down, went back up, rejected, unable to flip. So for me to be bullish, for me to buy long term, this has to happen. We have to first take out here. Okay, take out 21K, flip it to support. Right now we're consolidating under it, right? Consolidation under resistance is bullish. Okay, we had an SR flip here, right? We went above, came back down, held it. Now we're holding 20,300 ish. So this is the area we need to hold. I do not want us to go back down and cause a deviation. Okay, so we need to take out 21K. But for me to be bullish, we need to respectfully flip this to support, flip 22K to support, and then we can have a rally higher. However, this week we have a couple of events coming. We have FOMC, we have CPI. So, well, not this week, but this month as well. So keep your eyes out on that. If I were to get long, if we do have a pullback, I want to possibly get long around here, 19,800-ish. Okay, we broke out from here. We had that gnarly breakout, but we haven't retested it. Okay, we have this here too. We have this demand zone. So I would personally like us to, if we are having a deviation here, and news from the Fed is bearish, I would like us to come here, right? Get all of this liquidity here, this demand zone, go higher, probably come back down, and this time flip this and send higher. Okay, that's what I'm looking. That's where I'm looking to bid. So I'm looking to bid here. 18.5 could get ran again, so I'm just gonna place that there. Okay, so I'm looking for this. I'm looking to get long from 19,600 down to 19,300-ish, and hopefully we have a rally up to about 25K. Now I'm going to be taking profit at 21K, 22K, and then leaving a moon bag to 25K. If we are able to flip 22K, then I will start scaling into some spot coins and adding more alts to my position. The only alts that I currently have are Link and ETH. Gave those to you guys on Twitter and the Discord. But that's the plan for Bitcoin. Um, expect rejection at 22K level on the first go around. So it'll be a nice scalp if you want to possibly short 22K with your stop. Reasonable stop would be here. We could possibly have a wick higher to grab this liquidity over here. Okay, so that's still possible, but still reject, just like we did here, right? This liquidity hunt was all of that. We came over here, people were shorting like here with their stops right above this. This one to grab all that liquidity. So we still could go and grab those. So it's going to be risky. Um, I would personally start a small short around 22K with a heavy DCA around this liquidity pocket, this wick, and that way your risk won't be as high, and then you can target downwards. But if we are able to flip 22K, cut the short, and then flip long. Okay, so this will be your two scenarios for Bitcoin and or for your long and short. For APT, now I gave this to you guys many times over on Twitter and Discord, saying that this SR flip region here, right, was a long. 760, 770 was a long. Okay, we tapped it many times and we had a 7%, 8% pump from it. And once again, we filled it. Why was that area successful? SR flip, right? Demand zone, and we filled and we pumped. Now, the big resistance, smaller resistance will be here. The big one will come here, around 855. But what's happening on APT is we're possibly having a breakout here. Okay, we came down, rejected so many times off this trend line, had a fake out there, okay, rejected here. So this is possibly going to break out. Now, how high can we go? I think this can send us back to about 960-ish, 950-ish. Target 4, this falling wedge, is going to be from the bottom here to the top, and that will give you about a 20% pump. Okay, so it's still possible. I would like us to flip 830 to long. However, if we do break out, the other possible entry would be on this retest here. You can still long 760 until broken. This is support until further notice, right? So if you can get this area, be nice long too. Otherwise, wait for the flip of 830. If we reject here, then you're going to long the retest, all right? Retest with your stops under there. If you get stopped out there, you can long here again. So that's APT. ETH, gave this to you guys as well, but let's start with a clean chart here. Let's start on the daily. So let's start planning or plotting our resistance. Clear resistance at 1785. That's where I am going to be looking to short. Now if we look at it on a weekly, right, that is a weekly OB. Right, heavy resistance. If we flip 1785, we are going to 2400. No doubt in my mind. Okay, that is another short point, 2400-ish. So let's go back on the daily here. All right. So that's the weekly OB. Now let's take a look. We have resistance here as well. We rejected, went up, failed. A great long entry, if we can get it, if we ever go back down that far, it's going to be 1380. Okay, it's going to be the breakout of this resistance. We also have a demand zone here. So it's a great entry if we can get this. Will we get it? Not sure. Right, so that's going to be your entry if we can get it. Now, on a shorter time frame, where do we want to get long? This is a crucial point for ETH, right? If we break down here, we're breaking market structure, and there's nothing below until that 1380 area. Okay, so 1480 is a very crucial point. However, right now we are building higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Nope, there's no short trigger. This is a trend line that we are bouncing from. Okay, we bounce. Let's see if we can bounce and go higher here. If we go to the top of this channel, it's going to be 1710ish. Now, yes, this is going to be a rising wedge for now. I'm looking again for a short around this area, 1785. If you watched my scalping tutorial of how I play it, once we break the trend line, you can short the retest. There's nothing down here until it's 1480 as the main support line. We bounce from this trend line. Okay, so keep your eye on that. Now, on a lower time frame, right, we are bull flagging, possibly having a breakout. So this could send us higher to like there, right? And then let's see how it reacts there. We could have a little wick above and then fall back down, to bounce off this trend line. So keep your eye on that. Shorting is going to be tough. ETH has been pretty strong, so keep your eye there. The target for this, yeah, the target for this breakout is going to be around my short area. So I have an extra layer of confluence to short there, 1785. But again, breakdown. If you do like to trade breakdowns and breakouts, small position on the breakdown, you're going to scalp a very, very quick profit, right? If this breaks down and drops like 1%, that's a lot for a scalp. Okay, so let's say this is on the trend line here. Okay, let's say if it breaks down, your stop would be like right there. And you're going to take profits scalping on the way down at support levels. So like right here, 1545-ish, so on and so forth on the way down. Scalping, you want quick profits, okay? So, or quick take profits. Now, if we break down, you want to wait for that retest. If we reject that rejection on that retest level, then you'll short, market short, and you're looking to take profit around 1480. That's the breakdown for ETH. I will be longing 1480, but all these CT Moon Boys will tell you if we come back down there and we bounce, right now we're going to be playing this head and shoulders. Don't fall for that. A head and shoulders needs to have, your left shoulder, right shoulder needs to form. Once it comes back down, breaks the neckline, you can short on that retest if it rejects. Okay, that's your head and shoulders breakdown. If you have something with candle structure like this, but the shoulders like the candle's ending right here, and people are telling you to short with a stop above this, Don't listen to them. They're fucking morons. So that's going to be ETH for you. Now let's take a look at Link. Link is a beauty. Okay, Link has been accumulating for 6 months, right? All you had to do, here's the range for Link, was play this range, right? It's been since May, actually, yeah, May till about now, 6 months. So this breakout's going to be violent if we get it. Okay, I told you guys on Twitter and on the Discord to have a buy area from 710 down to actually 560, and we got all that. Okay, now we are in deep profits. Um, I'm looking for my first take profit around 12 bucks. Here is a daily OB. Let's make that red. If we are able to flip here, right, I'm going to compound and add to my position. Now, where will I add? If we are able to get here, which I don't think we will, that is a for sure adding point to your spot bags. Link has a catalyst coming up next month, actually in December, staking, so this could go much higher than most people think. That's where I will be looking to add, but if I'm looking for a position, that's a great point. 738-ish, that would be an SR flip. Okay, that's where you want to add. Now on a lower time frame, if you can get here 763 down to 750, that's a great place to add on the lower time frame. So your long would be here, stop below that, and we're going to target 12 bucks. Okay, you're obviously going to take profit on the way up, but main target will be 12. Okay, so that's where you're wanting to add. Now if it loses market structure there, let's make that yellow. If it loses market structure and doesn't hold, that's your invalidation. You'll close under that, short on the retest, then we're going to target these lows here. First, we'll take profit here, and then if it rejects there and bounces up, right, you'll place your stop at break even, but if it goes further down, you'll add more on the rejection of the retest, and that's where we're going to close it. That's Link. Now, if it, let's say it doesn't pull back, right? If this 4-hour closes like this with a swing failure, right? Here's a swing failure. Now we need to close below this. Okay, we need to close below 7.93. Then we'll target here. But if we go higher, right now we're having if we can flip here, so we'll go higher, close above, come back down on the next 4-hour, close the 4-hour above 7.93. You'll go ahead and long, market long, and we will target 818 first, and then 850. Okay, so that's your trigger to long. If we flip 793, your stop will be below this wick here, so 7.62, and we're going to target higher. Okay, so there's a lot of options on this one. Watch this video again for the different ones. Chart this on your charts so you have it. We'll take a look at the dollar. Let's start from scratch. Okay. So the dollar broke market structure and it has reclaimed it for now, right? It's flat right now. We were at the same place we were on the 28th, so Friday. Um, this is a very important line. If we break this, right, next level of support doesn't come until 108, right? Break that, next level of support, SR flip will be there, 105. Okay, now if we are going higher, this is resistance here. So either we reject there or fall down. Let's add some more confluence. Right, so we go up there, do we reject, come back down. So let's keep our eyes out there. Now, if this is going to be bull flagging, we're fucked. Right, this could go much higher if it breaks out. Break this, then crypto and the equity markets, legacy markets are all going to go down. So keep an eye out on rejection around 111.75ish to 80. We should reject there. Now, if we do break out, then exit your longs, your spots, and everything. Otherwise, we're looking at this 110.80, actually this 110 region, breaking market structure. We'll target lows of 108. Okay, so let's take a look at Dogecoin. Now I gave this to you guys on Twitter. We have a demand zone here and a demand zone there, right? We have a supply zone here in the 2-hour. We went up. I DCA'd a little bit, but we fell down about 6%. Okay, I closed a majority of my position, and my stops are at break even. I actually got stopped out about 15 minutes ago. Anyways, this is still resistance. When do I want to get long on this? We need a flip of this resistance line here. Okay, we need to flip this to support, and then we're going to target higher. Now, this is very strong resistance. Okay, we can break out here. However, we have some sort of flag forming here. Not enough data, right? If we do come back down here, it's confluent with our demand zone long. That's why I'm longing there. And we'll go higher. Otherwise, again, we're not going to long until this is flipped. And at that point, this is our area that we need to flip as well. So 12.9. If this is flipped, you'll long here. The first TP will be 12.9, and then you'll place your stop loss at break even. We'll go higher. We can add more to our position if 12.9 is flipped. Otherwise, we'll long down here. And last but not least, Sol. Okay, Sol has resistance here at 34.30. That's where I am looking to long. If we can flip here, we have a beautiful demand zone down here, which I don't think we will get anytime soon. But if we do, that's where I will be looking to long. Otherwise, 32 has been support. We flipped it to support. If we go back there, you can go ahead and relong. However, I like this demand zone here. Sol hasn't been moving as strong as ETH or the other coins, but longing here makes sense. 31.30. Take profit there, there, and the top one, probably last one here, resistance. If it rejects here, puts in any form of deviation, right? If we go above to take out these highs over here, and it deviates back down, on that retest, I'm shorting. I'm shorting with my stop above here. But you need that trigger to hit, okay? You just don't short blindly. We want to see if these highs are taken out, put in a swing failure, deviate back down, right? Below this resistance line, 34.3. And if we go back up, reject from it, go ahead and mark it short with your stop above that swing failure. And we're going to be targeting here and here, okay? So those are the things that I'm currently looking at. Link is the coin, the number one coin on my eyes, where I want to get in. Doge obviously has the volume, and you can play it if you're, it's super volatile, but people are just trying to short this prematurely. There's no reason to short a coin that's based on hype, especially with Elon Musk trying to taking over Twitter. There's going to be a lot of hype and fuckery. He can say one thing, and then this skyrockets, right? So if you are playing with Doge, use smaller size than normal, only because of the volatility and the uncertainty with Elon. Okay. Another coin that's been on an uptrend and strong is Atom. Now Atom's coming to resistance. 14.72 is going to be resistance. Now it could go higher and take out these highs. But if you want to try to scalp short it, something like that, you're waiting for a reject. You're not going to place a limit, right? You're waiting for a trigger. You can't just blindly short. So if it goes here, right, rejects, or better yet, goes above, takes out all of these highs, right, puts in a swing failure and comes back down, turns this to resistance, you'll go ahead and short, and your stop will be above that wick. Okay, that's my trigger. I'm not looking to short, this super strength into resistance right now, right? But we also have this demand zone here. So 13.7 to 13.3 could possibly be good long if the market, is stable. Something like that. Okay, it's a 4% risk. Use smaller size to max 1.5% risk of your port. And we're looking something to take out these highs and reject around here. So those are the only things that I'm currently looking out for. Link is number one. I'll play Doge if it's strong and gives me that edge. But right now, I it's just a hype-based coin. ETH for sure, I want a position in, keeping my eye on the setup, and Bitcoin. Obviously, we're looking at the triggers that I gave, and those are the only right now. The dollar is pumping, so crypto did take a hit a little bit. Wait for stock market open, um, and we'll see what it gives us. Thanks, everyone.